So right now what I'm gonna do is change the brake pads on my Cadillac. It's a 1993 Fleetwood Cadillac, and I ended up getting some. Hey, what's up? Richie here. So right now what I'm gonna do is change the brake pads on my Cadillac. It's a 1993 Fleetwood Cadillac, and I ended up getting some Posey Quiet brand brake pads. And I actually did the driver's side yesterday, and by any means I'm not no mechanic. So if I could do it, you could do this at home too. So as long as you got the right tools, makes the job way easier. Another thing is I tried doing the passenger side, but one of the lug nuts was seized on there really hard. So what I ended up doing is I used my impact wrench, nothing. I ended up using the crossbar and nothing. I ended up kind of stripping. It's kind of hard to see, but I kind of ended up stripping the lug nut. So what I did is I went to the tire shop, and they did it right away. They removed the lug nut with it's like high pressure impact gun that they have there is fucking pretty badass. But anyway, so I just stopped there for like a minute. Boom, took it off, and so I went to the auto parts store and I ended up buying me a second, new lug nut. And so it was kind of hard to see, but in here it says that it was a millimeter. So I ended up buying a millimeter. Hopefully it fits. So yeah, so let's get to it. Let's go get the brake pads on. So a few things I want to go over before I get started. I have the impact gun right here. That's gonna loosen the lug nuts. We ended up buying this. I know not everybody has one, but we ended up buying this because we were putting the 13s quite often. So like 60 bucks at Sears or so. I forgot, but it was well worth the investment. So we have one. If you don't have one, you're gonna need a crossbar. The other thing is a clamp. I'll show you guys later what we use the clamp for. And got some lubrication and some brake cleaner. And right here we have the Allen wrench kit and a sledgy. I'll show you guys why we have that here in a second. So right now we're gonna go ahead and remove the wheel from the caddy. So what's next is we're gonna end up removing these caliper pins. There's one here and one at the bottom. And with that, we're gonna use an Allen wrench kit. So here we have the Allen wrench in there. Now I'm gonna hit it with the sledgy. Remember, righty tighty, lefty loosey. So here we have the caliper off, and it's being held on by this brake line. So you just don't want to hang it. You want to set it up so it doesn't fall. So here we have this piston that's sticking out. So we want to press this back in, and that's what we have the C-clamp for. We're gonna go ahead and put the brake pad on and push it in so it's not depressed, so it's not sticking out. So we're gonna press it back in into the caliper. But first we're gonna clean it off. We're gonna use a cleaner on all this. We're gonna spray this all down. So here I left the old brake pad, and the piston is right behind it. So we're gonna compress that in, and right here I have that C-clamp on. So I'm gonna twist it and push this back in. So we're gonna go ahead and let that dry up. And on the new brake pads, we're gonna is the old one. We're going to grease up the back sides and the clips. And also the pins. We're going to grease up the pins and put them, slide them back in. Boom, in the caliper. Alright, so we got the pads on there. Make sure when you grease the pads, don't grease the interior where they're going to be grinding it on the rotor. Just the outside of the pads. So right here we set the caliper back in place. We just need to line it with the 2 pins that are going to go across up here and down here. It should be ready. Alright, so now that this is all tightened up, that's it. Now we're going to go ahead and put the wheel back on the caddy. Call it a day. So the last and final thing you need to do is just press the gas pedal as far, no,